My name's Ed Malek. I'm currently 86 years of age. I think I'll make it to the next year or two, I believe. Nonetheless, I've been around here for a long time. I started the practice in 1972 because I had the background as I was a claims adjuster. So thereafter, about 2 years later, I went on practice for myself, and there you be. It's about 1972 I went into practice here and been here ever since. I have some really, based upon a very excellent wife of 61 years, some very bright children, and 3 of which are excellent personal injury and workers' compensation attorneys. The oldest is Jim Malek. He is expert in trial, personal injury trial, like that's auto accidents and slip and falls, dog bites. Then I have Doug Malek, who's excellent in negotiations for workers' compensation. And Kip Malek is excellent in some of the trials and running our office basically right now. So, and in addition to my 3 sons, we have 5 other attorneys. We keep adding attorneys. So we have Jeff, Garrett, Luke, David, and Greg, and I lose track of them. In addition to that, we have paralegals that are work closely, and interpreters work closely with our clients. Following a job-related injury, a person should immediately report it to the company itself and go immediately to get emergency care, whether emergency room or some type of emergency care. But the important thing, and I was talking to my son Jim just earlier this morning. He said, Ed, just make sure that you tell each one of the people that will have a workers' comp to be completely honest when they go to for their initial appointment at the emergency room, and tell them from head to toe what the total injury is. Because oftentimes when you go through workers' compensation, if you didn't report the knee injury, they will deny that portion of the injury. They might allow the neck, but let's say you injure your knee or elbow. I might also suggest to the potential clients, either on auto or workers' comp, they get a list of any witnesses saw it, take photographs if they can, take them to the factory. Sometimes it's not permissible, but get a friend to take it of the machinery that might have broken down or caused the accident or where it happened. Pictures of the body part that was involved, an auto, if you're out, and you probably wouldn't remember that in the midst of an auto accident. Get some pictures of the vehicle, any witnesses, maybe a license plate or 2. You need that evidence later on. I might want to add a caveat as far as reporting. A lot of people will delay in reporting. Report your injury right away. If you have an injury, don't go a month after the accident occurred and say, well, I injured my leg or foot or however, whatever, the body part or however happened a month later. It will probably, there's a good chance you're going to lose that particular case. So you have to get really exact facts down, injury facts down, and do it right away. Because more questions will arise. People say, well, that could have occurred in another area, or you could have been in an accident of some other nature, and they will question that. So you immediately want to report at the company, and then thereafter get right to the emergency room. Then you're going to get to your doctor and the workers' compensation. Right. So you should have to file a lawsuit within 2 years on your auto incident, but to file the workers' comp, I think, and you would have to. Things are changing, but I think it's down to about a year period of time from the date of the workers' compensation event. So my suggestion is talk to good lawyers like Malek and Malek. The most important thing is your health, and not only your personal health, how it affects other people. A lot of people want to have families or have families, and a lot of people are dependent on that person. And your mental and physical health are the most important things in your life, beside believing in God and so forth. But those things are really, really important. It's a little different on auto accidents. Now, auto accidents is dependent on fault. So we'd like to get a copy of the police report, But I would, if the injuries are serious enough, I would ride to the hospital in the squad. Ohio State is a little bit more fair with fees, and the doctors there will testify. You can get them to testify at a trial later on. Some of the other hospital systems, it's very difficult to pull the doctor into trials when we really need them. So I'd recommend Ohio State. Not everyone is driving with insurance. And hopefully you have a policy of insurance. But there's a component of that which you can purchase, and it's not liability, it's for protection against an uninsured being struck by an uninsured motorist. You can get that in your own policy. It doesn't cost that much more. So please make sure you get uninsured motorist coverage within the policy you're purchasing on your car. Uninsured motorists will protect you if you're struck by someone who is not legally carrying auto insurance, liability insurance. So it's very important. Well, I want to emphasize the fact that I think I did mention before, that it's imperative that you exercise your legal rights here in the United States, and you're legally entitled to submit a claim, to make a claim for your job-related injury, and then have it adjudicated. That is a legal right that you should exercise, and I don't care if you're a citizen or you're from visiting from what other country, or from Europe, or for Central America, South America. You have that right while working here, and as also you have that right to pursue a negligence case if it occurred here also. And that's a legal right, and you should avail yourself of our rights. We have to fight for those rights. It's really important. We need the workers here in the United States, and I can tell you economically we have a decreasing population growth. People are not having as many children. We need the workers here. We need all the brains and all the hard technical workers here to come to the United States. And this is what the United States is about. I'm firmly believing in that. And we should fight for our rights too. Piece of advice would I want to give someone, I would say live your life as in the golden rule, do unto others you wouldn't want them to do, and you live a good life, but work hard and try to get as much schooling, technical and other ways. And if you can go the extra mile, you're expert in certain areas, please go on further and advance in those areas, because what you do for today will benefit you and your family in the future. What I like about the practice, relating to people. I enjoy people, and that's what it's all about. Yes, we're trying to get a result, but you can be kind, and you render trust and kindness along the way, and you get to know people, and it's a lot of fun, truthfully. Okay. One other piece of advice: when you're out there on the roof, or you're in a situation, please be safe. You got to be cautious. Don't try to be the toughest guy on the roof. And don't forget the tie downs, or try to lift the heaviest weight, or being the speediest guy to complete that job. Be careful and cautious in your job, because your life and that life of your family is at stake. Really, I really mean that. Once you're really badly injured, it's hard to come back and do that same type of job. We want to help the person become whole and be healthy, and being able to support themselves and the family, pay for their medical bills, and have some compensation to pay for their lost income and wages, and perhaps more than that. But I think a law firm, if it's truly a good law firm, wants to reach out to the community and do what is build a sense of trust and relating to the Hispanic community. We're all immigrants in the United States, unless we're Native Americans, perhaps. That's about all I got to say, and thank you very much for this opportunity, and I believe everything I say.
Good.